Hi everyone, it's Lisa with Miss Provision here, talking about old-fashioned living for the modern mom. And today I want to talk about how to save money on food. And specifically, one of the top tips you'll see on any video or article about saving money on food is to eat at home. But there's not usually very much instruction on how to eat from home, especially if you have a busy life, you work in an office, and carpooling and being the mom taxi to do. Like, how is that even possible? So today I want to talk about some hacks that I've found that really help with the eat at home problem. So I have some notes here. The first one is, in order to eat at home, you have to plan to eat at home. So that means when you go to the grocery store, you're going to have to buy enough food to have meals at home. So if you open up your fridge and there's nothing there and then you order out, that's the problem you need to solve. Plan for your life. Think about, when do you personally struggle? When does your family struggle with eating at home? When are you most likely to hit the drive-thru? So once you know that, then you can plan. If you know that you have a habit of stopping at the gas station and getting some breakfast tacos and a Diet Coke every morning on your way to work, you can replace that habit. So maybe you pre-cook breakfast burritos that you can microwave at home. Maybe that's too much and you need to plan to have just granola bars that you can eat in the car. Maybe you really love your breakfast tacos, but you can buy the Diet Cokes in bulk at Costco, keep them in your fridge, and take that with you to work instead of buying it at the gas station. Any of these substitutions will save you a lot of money. I mean, the most money would be to actually just eat breakfast at home. Or, barring that, you can make breakfast tacos at home. It literally takes 2 minutes to scramble an egg. If you don't even have time for that, you can make them in bulk and wrap up breakfast burritos and put them in the freezer and just microwave them on your way out the door. So planning ahead, knowing your particular habits and when you're most likely to hit through the drive-thru lets you plan. When you plan, you'll have the ingredients on hand. Those two things will go a long way to solving your eat-at-home problem. Another thing that you need to do is just examine your own habits. So maybe you work in an office and you just like the ritual of getting up at lunch and going somewhere, leaving the office, going outside, getting in your car, driving down the street, whatever it is. There might be a valuable habit that you have that really helps you break up your day or get out of your seat or away from the fluorescent lighting, whatever it is. Figure out what your own habits are and you can substitute that. So maybe if you like to get out of the office, instead of going and hitting the drive-thru, you bring lunch from home and go outside and eat in the green space or on a bench. Maybe it is you drive to a park and eat your lunch that you packed. Maybe it is that instead of going through a drive-thru, you just get something less expensive. Which brings me to my next hack, which is eating at home really fundamentally means eating from the grocery store. It doesn't mean drive-thrus and it doesn't mean restaurants. It means eating from the grocery store or your garden if you grow a garden. But I mean, I live in the city. I work 40 hours a week. I'm not a self-sufficient homesteader. Almost everywhere, except for maybe really core downtown areas, will be close to a grocery store. My own office is about a block away from two grocery stores, two really nice grocery stores actually. And if I go to the grocery store and buy food for lunch, that is way cheaper than any drive-thru could ever be. And let me tell you a tip. When you go to a grocery store, especially with a deli, you can just buy like one sandwich's worth of meat. You can go to the deli and buy a 1/4 pound of sliced turkey. And even if the sliced turkey is $10 a pound in the deli, 1/4 pound is going to be $2.50. That's still cheaper than the cheapest kid meal hamburger, let alone an adult meal at any drive-thru, and it's probably healthier. Most stores that have delis also have bulk bread or bulk rolls available. I live in Texas, so what's called the bolillo roll is really popular. It's kind of like a Subway roll. You could even buy hot dog buns or hamburger buns. You don't have to buy a whole loaf of bread to make a sandwich. You can go to the grocery store, buy a 1/4 pound of turkey, buy 1 or 2 slices of cheese from the deli. They'll slice it up fresh for you. Almost every deli will have little packets of mustard or mayonnaise or whatever condiments. Make yourself a sandwich. Make it for under $3. You can buy a single apple, a single orange, a single banana. You can buy a individual salad or a salad kit made for one person. It's really possible to eat actually a really healthy, well-balanced meal for $5 or less if you buy it at the grocery store. This also goes for when you're come home exhausted, you need dinner quick, you're tempted to order takeout or call for pizza delivery. If you go to the grocery store, it will take you the exact same amount of time as going to pick up a pizza. You can pick up an 8-pack of fried chicken at the grocery store. You can pick up a rotisserie chicken at the grocery store. You can pick one up at almost any grocery store for under $10. A lot of stores have them for under $5. Costco is famous for their $4.99 rotisserie chicken. So think about you're feeding a family of 4. You pick up a rotisserie chicken. You pick up a bag salad kit for maybe $3 or $4. And then pick up a loaf of French bread or garlic bread, the kind they always have at the entrance of the store for $2. All of a sudden, you fed your family of 4 a well-balanced, healthy meal for $10 to $15. That is so much cheaper than even if you went to the cheapest drive-thru. Even if you hit the McDonald's dollar menu, it will still cost you more than $12, $15 to feed 4 people. So just think about what you can get from the store that's even already pre-cooked. You don't like bread? Maybe you can get minute rice. Will you have to cook it at home? Yes. Will it take 1 minute? Yes. Think through, going to the grocery store doesn't have to mean buying ingredient. It also doesn't have to mean buying a lot of prepared foods. Here's another hack. When you go to the store, and maybe it's not that you're hitting the drive-thru, maybe you're just reliant on prepared meals way too much. Well, you can make your own frozen meals. People did this for decades before Marie Callender and Stouffer's came out with their frozen lasagnas. They would make things maybe for a new mom, a new bride, somebody that was sick. You can do the same thing. You can, when you make dinner, make double and freeze half of it, and boom, you have your own frozen meal. Something else you can do, maybe it's just been a crazy day, it got away from you, you had a late meeting, and then a kid needed to pick up from school, whatever. We all have those nights. If you know ahead of time that you're going to have a late evening, get curbside pickup, and curbside pick up that rotisserie chicken and that bag of salad and that bread or minute rice or whatever. You don't even have to go into the store. They will bring it to your car, so you'll have a hot, fresh meal faster than if you waited in a drive-through line. One thing I want to challenge you to do is just for a week, maybe make a commitment to eat only at home for a week. You can do anything for a week. And any money that you save in your grocery budget, use that to stock up on foods that are going to go up because of the tariffs or go up because shipping costs go up. Use it to pad your emergency fund. Use it to get a few days ahead on some of your bills. Everybody could use a little extra cash in their pocket. So make a sacrifice, challenge yourself to a week of eating at home and see what you can do. Something else that you can do that will make it fun is make a list of just really cheap meals that you can make. You could even make a game of it and check off, tonight I ate a turkey sandwich for dinner instead of going out. Tonight I made scrambled eggs and bacon for dinner instead of ordering in. Tonight I had egg fried rice with my leftover rice instead of ordering Chinese takeout. All of those things will save you so much money, and having a list ahead of time of super cheap, super fast meals that you like, that you know how to cook, that you generally have the ingredients on hand, that will go a long way to helping you plan dinner. You no longer have to plan dinner. You just have to look at your list and pick the first thing. Here's a list of meals that are really fast and easy to make. Any kind of breakfast. You don't have to eat oatmeal for breakfast. You can eat it for dinner if you like it. You can eat cereal for dinner. You can make pancakes. They make pancake mix that you literally just add water. You don't even have to have syrup. You can spread them with peanut butter or put honey or jam on them, whatever you want to do. Any kind of eggs. scrambled eggs, a fried egg sandwich, any kind of sandwich, grilled cheese sandwich, egg sandwich, leftover sandwich, meat sandwich, peanut butter sandwich. I mean, a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, it's a good lunch. It can be a good dinner in a pinch when you just need to fill your stomach and get in bed. There are a lot of other meals that you can make super fast. You can have a jar of marinara, a bag of pasta. It'll cook in 20 minutes. A pot of rice also cooks in 20 minutes. Make some rice, throw in a bag of vegetables, let it cook all together, scramble an egg, put it on top. You have a meal. Ramen is, of course, a classic. If you want a filling meal, you might want to go beyond just a little ramen packet. Add some vegetables, add some egg, dress it up. There's a million ways to dress up fancy ramen. Just go to any Instagram, TikTok, even on YouTube will show you how to do that. All of these things are so fast, so easy, and will fill your stomach for cheap, which is what you need some days. So I hope these tips for how to actually start eating at home help you, and I will see you in my next video.